Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers. They're ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We check everything here in Paris and bring the best to you. We begin today in South Sudan, or North Sudan, depending on how you look at it. The two territories are due to split next month, with the Christian South becoming independent from the Muslim North. But with a few weeks to go, there's still one area they're fighting about, Abyei on the border. It's rich in oil and in water, which is important to the local cattle farmers. So far, tens of thousands of people have fled the fighting. We head to Agok, just south of Abyei, where our observer Laura Heaton has been helping the arriving refugees.
There had been some indication that the Sudan Armed Forces was going to be coming into Abyei town. One man said to me, you don't stand here and wait until someone comes to kill you. So a lot of the people fled preemptively. Communities in Tourale and Agok are being very generous and bringing as many people as they can into their homes. In Tourale, for instance, you see women and children camping out on mats under trees or under the small structures in the town. Various organizations operating in the area have now distributed tarps and lots of other, small items like pots and pans, and people say that it's because the North doesn't want to give up this region because of the oil wealth that they are dependent on. But certainly among the civilians I spoke to, there's a sense of, we're going to let this sit for now because we don't want to jeopardize the South's independence that they have fought for so long. But after that's happened, all bets are off.
The people of Abyei are supposed to be holding a referendum on their future, but it's been postponed indefinitely. Now to Yemen, where protesters have been celebrating the departure of longtime President Ali Abdullah Saleh. He went to Saudi Arabia after being wounded in an attack on his compound. His government says he's coming back, but the protesters hope he doesn't. In the country's second largest city, Taiz, which has been a center of protest and repression, people were overjoyed at news of his departure, but they had a rude reminder that his allies are very much still in place. We head to Taiz with our observer Ahmed Abbas al-Basha.
The day Ali Abdullah Saleh left Yemen, we went down to Freedom Square. We marched around the city of Taiz to show our joy. It was like a carnival. We danced and sung and set off fireworks. We ended back at Freedom Square. When we got there, members of the security forces started shooting at random from the buildings around the square. We ran for cover in the side streets and waited till the shooting stopped. We hope that while President Saleh is out of the country, we'll be able to arrange a transfer of power. We have to support the Vice President, who's taken over, show there's a consensus behind him, so he can organize a transition. On the political side, we need immediate political and constitutional reform. What's happening in Yemen is a revolution, not just a political crisis. We're not going to back down.
We end today with an Afghan-American artist. He was born in the US to Afghan parents, but went to Afghanistan 8 years ago to help the country rebuild after years of war. His latest work focuses on corruption, specifically the former Mujahideen freedom fighters who he says have turned into fat cats, lining their own pockets as they run the country. His work has not gone down well in his new home. Our last stop today is Kabul with artist Amanullah Mojadidi.
The jihadi gangster is obviously, it's a fictional character that I created. I gold-washed several items of conflict, like a pistol, a prosthetic leg. The specific criticism has been directed towards some of the folks who did jihad against the Soviet Union and how they've kind of used the status that they feel that has given them to position themselves in very privileged posts within the government to make incredible amounts of money. The way they talked about jihad, it was almost in the same way that people in the West, kind of gangsters, rappers, these kinds of guys wear their bling jewelry, and kind of the final step was for him to run for parliament. So that's when I did the the parliamentary campaign posters that are "Vote for me, I did jihad and I'm rich," and put them in the walls in Kabul. It's very critical of individuals who are considered national heroes, and so obviously the expatriate community, they like it very much, but with the Afghan community it can be very mixed.
That's it for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers on our website. See you next time.